The video you're about to watch is 100% real news. Viewer discretion is advised. On February 8th, 2022, a 15-year-old teenager murdered his parents and his 10-year-old brother in Spain after his mother threatened to take away his video game console. This teenager, and excuse my language, but this murderous little cuntbag of a teenager shot his family members with a shotgun. Then he hid the bodies in the home for 3 days until authorities were alerted by relatives. After the events, he gave a chilling testimony about how he exactly decided to kill his parents and his little brother. This is where it gets truly dark, just when you thought it was already awful. So please, only watch ahead if you're willing to hear all the details, because it's just sickening. This crime occurred on February 8th in the rural area of Elche, roughly 20 kilometers from the city of Alicante on the southeastern coast of Spain. It wasn't until February 11th that police discovered the bodies. It was revealed in a Spanish newspaper that the teenager had confessed that he had argued with his mother because of bad grades at school. The newspaper stated that his mother threatened to take away his video game console until he improved at school and got better grades. After being told that his console was being taken away from him, he decided to take action into his own hands. He stated the following to the police: "I went up to my room, got to thinking, and got the shotgun." Now, along with those statements, the teenager also explained that he went in search of the 12-gauge shotgun that his father used for hunting purposes. The gun was stowed away, but the key was always in plain sight to everybody. It was just a normal thing, which makes complete sense, as you'd never expect any of your family members to do anything this sickening. And this is where it gets truly sickening. In his statements, he said that he shot his mother while she was in the kitchen, and later, he shot his brother who tried to escape from the scene. "I shot my mother twice when she was in the kitchen. A shot in the back of her, then I finished her off. My brother tried to run away, but I went after him and caught him first." As for his father, who was not at home at the time, was also murdered hours later. He stated, "I waited 4 or 5 hours for my father and shot him when he came home." He also added for clarification that it took 2 shots for his mother, 1 for his brother, and 3 for his father. This video is hard to make. I can't imagine what that entire family has gone through. This is beyond anything that I've seen. The fact that he got into this argument with his mother, it was an ongoing thing because of his bad grades and constant playing of video games. And then he went upstairs after the argument, thought about it, got the shotgun out of the whole thing, shot his mum, then chased after his brother, waited hours and hours, 4 to 5 hours, and then killed his dad when he came home. He had all this time to think about it, and he just didn't. This is just... Honestly, it's just one of the most cold-hearted and sickening things that I've ever read about, and it's just devastating. But the sad thing is, this isn't where it ends, because it actually gets worse. His crime didn't end there. He decided to then hide the bodies in the basement and try to continue with his normal life. He then told his friends that he had COVID-19, so he has to stay home, all while continuing to play games upstairs with rotting bodies of his family members in the basement. Yes, you heard that correctly. It doesn't seem real, does it? The fact that he killed his family members, hid the bodies, continued acting as if life was all normal, and then lied to people around him saying that he had COVID so he can continue. And seriously, like, reading this whole thing right here, man, it's one of the most pure evil and scumbaggery things I've ever read. Honestly, it deserves one of the most severe punishments to man. I know he's a 15-year-old child, but he shouldn't be trialed like that at all. The fact that he continued playing games after murdering his family members, that right there, that says it all. And yes, some people out there are still going to try and defend him as a child, as a 15-year-old, and I mentioned that, but the fact that he did this and waited 4 to 5 hours and still went through with killing his dad, he didn't even have a change of mind to do anything. This guy officially lost the plot. And many out there are going to try and blame violent video games, but I honestly don't think it comes down to that. It's more of an overall mental issue and modern technology's screen time dependency issue. That's what I see it as. If you look at a lot of young people these days who spend way too much time glued to their phone screens, tablets, and other screens, you'll notice a trend in depression, anxiety, and other disorders which all correlate to a dopamine imbalance due to those screens and applications. I could go into a much deeper dive regarding all of this, but I won't for now. Maybe in another video if it's related or anything like that, but not just right now, because this has got me in a weird headspace personally. In reality, I guess it really just comes down to parents needing to parent better, and I'm not saying that this family, there's nothing to do with that, I'm saying in general. Don't just let your kids sit around on an iPad or a video game console and let those screens be the babysitter. Again, I'm not targeting this at the family, this is just a general observation in the whole situation. I don't even know their entire situation, but if we take a look at trends, it seems that way. Now, just to get back to the story itself, the teenager is currently being held as a minor and will respond under minor laws, which doesn't establish a prison sentence, but rather an internment measure. And according to preliminary information, he will have to remain hospitalized for another 5 years and could have another 3 years of supervised release after that. I've already stated what I think this guy should get. Honestly, it could be the death penalty, just life in prison or something along those lines. I know he's 15, he's got a whole life ahead of him, but he doesn't deserve it. That's how I see it. I call it like how I see it. As for you guys, I kind of want to know what you all think regarding this, so in the comments down below, just let me know. Yeah, I don't think he should ever see the world again as a free man. But anyway, that does it for this video. Pretty dark way to start a new week. It's a Monday. It's my second video back after 9 months, and it's it's a rough one, but I'm gonna go watch some cartoons or something funny to just lift my spirits, and hopefully you guys do too. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.